Welcome to the You Heard podcast, your go-to for Miami Hurricanes football. Ben, Joe, Hope, and CB break down recruiting, hot topics, and game day action.
All right, we'll talk about it at the end. No, let's talk about this right now because you completely flipped it on me now.
I hate you for knowing this, bro. This man knew the brand, dog.
Okay, I don't appreciate that. I'm saying, like,
what are we talking about, son?
Get into it, talk. I felt
Keeping it a buck.
Let me close these curtains real quick.
You heard.
And you know what it is. It don't stop. It's about that you. My people's in the chat. Autism for life. Autism awareness for life. Listen. Good evening, fellas. Great day for the Canes and pineapple moonshine. Listen, man. I still haven't forgiven you for Chapel Hill. Okay? So if you're gonna be at the Notre Dame game, and I have a feeling you will be, I think you can make up for it. Because it's gonna be crazy. It's gonna be crazy. Jay Singh was good. Fellas, it's just me today. Ben got called into work. He had to drive to Timbuktu. Polk is somewhere lifting people. And CB is at a candy factory somewhere. So it's just me, man. It's just me. Hope everyone is doing well, man. We got 37 watching right now. Listening, watching. Appreciate you, man. You can catch us on all platforms. Let me just throw this in right now. Like, go ahead, hit that like button, hit the subscribe button. Let's throw in the merch. Listen, we're getting closer to the season. We got the Legends line going on. We're about to drop another legend this week. We already got what do we have? I think we have the Ed Reed. I believe we have the Sean Taylor. I believe we have the Vinny. So we're about to drop another legend this week. Scan for merch. All your favorite merch is on there, man. I'll show you some later, but that's what it is, man. Support the channel, and let's get ready for the season. Mr. Rodriguez, what's going on, man? I hope everything is good. Oh yeah, that's the plan. At least autism. That's the plan, man. God willing. I'm only, a couple hours away from VT. It's a nice little drive, quick drive. So I think, God willing, we'll definitely be at that game. And that game's going to be crazy too. Hopefully, depending on, how VT looking, how we're looking, should be a decent game. Yeah, man. So I hope everybody's Wednesday is going well. Sunday, we talked about the recruits that committed. We talked about linebacker JJ. Talked about, who else committed? Asharri Charles committed at that point. But since then, I think we got 4 commits, including a 2027 safety. So, this is the time for most people to start committing. I think I just saw a graphic that James Johnson, the big DT, JJ, another JJ, is committing shortly. The 28th, I believe. So what's that, Saturday? Jay Lamar just committed to Georgia. Kind of expected. I selfishly was hoping he committed to Miami because I love his film. I love his film. But he's going to Georgia, man. He's going to be the, a feature back there. And, so not a bad choice for the young man, man. He's from Georgia. And I think Georgia's is trying to ramp up what they do because Miami, Coach Cristobal and staff have been a thorn in their side, man. So I think they're trying to ramp up and get some commits. But we're in head-to-head battles, man. We're in head-to-head battles. We haven't been in those battles for a long time. So we're in head-to-head battles with the big dogs. So let's chop it up, man. We got a couple pass catches. So most recently, big Tyron Evans from my neck of the woods. I'm gonna have to check him out this year. He goes to Huff High School. Very, very good program at Huff. They're a power program, one of the best in the Charlotte area. When my son was in high school at Mallard Creek, they had a lot of good battles. But that's also the home of Smoke, Samari Smoke Matthews, who makes his decision shortly. But Tyron Evans, man, 6'4", over 200 pounds. His ranking, if you're into that, this is composite. This is from 24/7, man. The 82nd ranked wide receiver in the country, 23rd ranked in North Carolina, in the state of North Carolina, 507th ranked nationally, and that's gonna go up. He's a composite 4-star, so those rankings are definitely gonna shoot up. He had 36 catches for 980 yards last year and 14 touchdowns. That is 27 yards per catch. That's crazy. That's crazy. I thought I was doing something in high school with my little 22 yards a catch. Nah. 27 yards per catch. That's bananas. And again, he's not playing against bums at all. Competition in this area is very good. So, he's going to be a problem, man. I think if I had to make a comp right now, and most recently, Isaiah Horton, Isaiah Horton, 6'4", about a little heavier. He about 210, 215. Smooth. Like people would say Kobe Young or Isaiah Horton, but Isaiah Horton is more polished. Isaiah Horton was way more polished than Kobe Young, as a route runner, catching the ball, especially when Coach KB, salute Coach KB. Coach KB got a hold of him. He had him looking right. So I think Tyron Evans is in that mold, definitely. So welcome, Tyron Evans, man. NC to MIA, man. That's how it goes. Another one. And personally, man, Izzy Briggs, man. Oh man, Israel Briggs from Mission Viejo, California. 6'4", about 200 pounds, little over 200 pounds now. Composite, 7th ranked tight end in the country. 17th ranked player in the state of California. California puts out ballers, man. When it comes to football, it's like, California, Texas, Florida, Georgia. California is one of them states. Nationally, 143rd composite. One of the highest ranked tight ends nationally there is. And he's a straight receiving tight. He's a big wide receiver. You know what I mean? I think you spread him out. You can do so much with him, man. And I think in high school, he played multiple positions. You know what I mean? He played tight end, quarterback, receiver, running, like he was all over the field. Very, very athletic, man. I talked to, in our group chat, man, I compared him to Elijah Arroyo. His film is like that. He reminds me when I watched Arroyo's film in like 2019, 2020, somewhere around there, I was like, yo, this kid is crazy. And Izzy Briggs is like that, man. He's a track guy too. Good times on the track. Yeah, I people kind of worried about him being slight. 200 pounds. Of course, he's gonna, he's only 16. He's going into a senior season. He's gonna gain weight just naturally, and then once he gets in the program, he's gonna gain weight. But listen, man, we don't need him to block. We have blockers. Put him on the outside. He'll block some corners, block some safeties, might crack back on a linebacker or two, but we don't need him in line, man. We don't need him with his hand in the dirt. Nah, man. We don't need that. Let him catch passes. Let him do that. That's what he's good at, man. Winston, man. West side, baby. No doubt, Winston. No doubt, man. And what's going on? Cristobal classification. Huff is 4A, which is the highest class in North Carolina. As far as I know, it's the highest class. I feel like they recently made some changes, but Huff is the highest class in North Carolina. So, like I said, they were playing Mallard Creek and Vance and West Charlotte, like the power programs. We all played the same team. So yeah, Huff is the highest you can get out here in North Carolina. So but yeah, Izzy Briggs, man. Excited about him. And then the shocker, right? The shocker, Vance Spafford. Another Cali dude, man. I did say Izzy was from Mission Viejo. That's my fault. Vance Spafford is from Mission Viejo. That's my fault. I apologize for that. But this was the shock, right? He was supposed to come on a visit. He didn't make it. Everybody was like, oh, man, he's not coming. He's faking like he's sick, so he can get out of it. Georgia dropped the bags to make him not come. Nah, man. Most people think, and most people were predicting that he was kind of Miami lean, or he was heavy to Miami after his spring visit. And the quote was, this was the best visit I've ever had. Like when he came to Miami, he was locked in, it seems like. And, being from a West Coast kid going to Miami, if you're going to go East Coast, I would imagine Miami reminds West Coast kids the most of the West Coast, right? It's more hot in Miami, more humid, but you got the beaches, you got the women, keep it a buck. You got the women, you got the diversity, you got the culture. It's really like LA on the West Coast for most of these West Coast kids, man. So Vance Spafford, man, and listen, 5'11", 180, is not a little dude. Composite 4-star, 10th ranked player in California, 9th ranked receiver in the country, 74th nationally in the country. He's a top 100 young man, sought after by all the major programs. Track, a 10.69 and 100, a verified 4.35 40 laser. Come on, man. Stop playing. Winston, West Side. Oh yeah, we talked about that already. Winston, my bad. I live about 30 minutes away from Mission Viejo, so I'll be catching some of the event. Absolutely. People, let us know. Let us know. Artsy, what's going on? Hey, sir, blessed to you. Thank you. Appreciate you. Joe, if we get Flip Lamar from Georgia and get Cooper, do we lose Mallory to Bama? Or can we keep all three? I don't think Bama would take Mallory right now. I think they just got another running back commit. So I don't think he's a take at Bama. I may be, I don't know Bama business, but I don't think he's a take at Bama. Now he can go to multiple schools, of course. He can go to he's a highly ranked running back, but I think if we land Cooper and Mallory. I think we're straight. I think we're cool with 2 backs. You know, I don't know if we'll push for a third. I mean, there's no reason. Look at the room. Like in 26, let's look at the room, right? So you'll have, let's say you have Cooper, Mallory, you got Jordan Lau coming back. Mark Fletcher could come back, but let's say Mark Fletcher doesn't come back. You got Jordan Lau, you have Pringle, you have Brown, you still have Hellcat. That's 6 backs, man. I think someone is probably gonna exit, but you got 6 backs, man. You good. And your room is crazy. Like the quality of the backs is bananas. So I think we good, man. What's the stuff I hear about JJ? Yeah, who knows, man? Who knows? But you know what it is. He commits the 28th. You know, we'll see. That was the talk with Cantwell as well, Jay Singh. You know, so we'll see. But you know, if we look at, if the young man is looking at, you know, what's going on in the optics and the depth chart, like Georgia has DTs for days, man. DTs for days. You know, he will come slot right in and have an opportunity to get massive playing time as a freshman. So, you know, we'll see. We'll see. And are there any classifications in Carolina high school football that cross borders into both states where there's South Carolina and North Carolina schools competing in the same? Yes. So, well, I don't know how South Carolina classifications work, but there's always cross border big games. Like when my son was a senior, we played Dutch Fork in South Carolina. That's where Jalen Wyatt, wide receiver at the time, I think he plays for the Giants now, was on that team. Gaffney, we played down there. There's always cross-border games that are just huge games with the highest ranked or highest classification teams in South Carolina versus North Carolina. So, yes, always good games too, man. Rocky, what's going on, Rocky? SC goes up to 5A. Okay, okay. Yeah, so yeah, North Carolina, 4A. And I think it's like 4AA, and then you have 4A, something like that. But I think 4 is the highest. So yeah, man, Vance Spafford, man, and then we get a commit from a class of 27 kid. Jaylyn Jones, is it? Jaylyn Jones, I think. Listen, Lord have mercy. Another, you know, South Florida. And we're gonna talk about the 27 class. I don't really like to jump ahead like that, but we'll talk about the 27 class, you know, in the future at some point. But looking at the 27 class, it's crazy. And it's all South Florida kids, which is what you want. That's what I've been screaming about, right? I've said about Coach Cristobal and the staff, in order to get over that hump as being elite, you have to lock down South Florida. South Florida is your base with the best football, according to most. You have to lock down your base, man. And they're doing a great ass job so far in 27. And the corner, the DB, Kenton Dobson. Denton. What's Kenton's last name? I forgot. But it seems as though he may be hinting at reclassifying. If that's the case, that's crazy, man. That's crazy because he's nice. He's nice. He looks ready now. So, you know, the 27 class is shaping up to be crazy. And Joe, did your school, your son go to play the school that Jay? No, they didn't. I think he went to Christopher says he went to South Point. I don't think they played South Point. But when my son was like a freshman, they played, damn, what school was that in South Carolina? But the running back went to Georgia, and I think he was playing for the Raiders. God, what's his name? He was crazy in high school too. And Mallard Creek beat him. Damn, what was his name? I can't remember his name, but he was a problem. Oh my goodness. Oh man, this is gonna bother me. He went to Georgia, man. I think he tore his ACL, like either both ACLs or one ACL. I think he tore multiple times. Damn, I can't remember his name. Nah, so when my son was in high school, the South Carolina teams they played were Dutch Fork. They played Gaffney. I think so, Winston. Dag, hold on, man. What's not now? Y'all gonna make me look this up, man. Y'all gonna make me look this up. 20, I think it was 20. Zamir White. Yes, thank you, Jay Watt. Thank you, Jay. Zamir White, man. They played that kid in his school, and I think it was like my son's freshman year or sophomore year. Whew. Whew. Mallard Creek won, but they decided to let Zamir White get the ball in the second half because the first half they wasn't really getting him the ball like they should. They started giving it to him in the second half, and he went crazy. So we barely got out of there, but yeah. Mallard Creek beat Gaffney. Yeah, we beat Gaffney. It was a good game, but we beat Gaffney. Quentin had a good ass game that game too. Zamir White, man. Thank you, Jay Watt. I appreciate you. AKA Zeus. You're right, Winston. Yep. Anthony. Joe, do you think Florida is still far behind when it comes to developing the top end quarterbacks compared to like California and Texas, or are we catching up? Is it about even now? Nah, I don't think it's even. I think there's still, I think those states are still ahead as far as developing quarterbacks. But, I think it can be a year to year thing, but in general, yes, California and Texas still quarterback wise, yeah, they still got it. California has some guys, man. I mean, Florida. I'm sorry, Florida has some guys, definitely, man. We about to see Darion Coleman, Diabell. They still got some guys, but yeah, I think California and Texas still got it. All right, let me get this ad in, and we're gonna come back and talk about who's left on the board, man. Like, who do we want? Be right back.
Welcome to Caneswear.
New store, new items, same great experience. Family owned and operated since 2010, Caneswear has the latest merchandise from the Miami Hurricanes, Miami Dolphins, Florida Panthers, Inter Miami CF, and more. Come visit us at our store in Davie on University Drive, just south of 595, or online at caneswear.com. Caneswear, the spot Miami fans shop.
Hey, Caneswear, man. Can't wait to get back down there. Can't wait. My guy is in the building. I'm glad he hasn't been snatched up or anything, man. He's driving. He's on the road in the work truck. You know what I mean? So salute to my guy, Benny. Yeah, man. Listen, so salute to all the new Canes, all the new commits. Of course, let's put this disclaimer out. Nothing is in stone until December, man. Wake me up in December. That's the motto. But I know with rule changes, they're talking about adding a summer signing period, signing day, something like that. So I think that's dope. I think, in my opinion, recruits should be able to sign whenever. Like when they commit, I think they should be able to sign if the school would have them, because some commits, some schools are like, you can commit, but it's not a, real, if we have somebody else, we're going to drop you out. But there's 105 now. Schools can have 105 on the roster. So you can afford to take multiple people. You can afford to take depth fillers, projects. You can afford to do that. So I think kids should be able to sign whenever they want, man. That's just me. But who's left on the board, man? Who's left? Who does Miami have to close? Now we know Derek Cooper is the main. In my opinion, Derek Cooper needs to be the priority right now. And I'm sure he is. I'm not saying anything that's a I'm not saying anything that's a surprise. Right? You need to have the two running back. Miami recruits the two running backs. You usually have kind of like a bruiser, and you usually have like an all-around back. But Derek Cooper and Javion Mallory, those are two beasts. So yeah, Derek Cooper has to be the priority. Mo. Hold up, Mo. You Mo scolding somebody. Ben, how are you not here for your own show? Mo at 6:30. Right on time, my guy. Winston, Cooper. Yeah, absolute. Cooper and Collier, definitely. And again, I apologize if I'm saying Collier's name wrong. I don't know if it's Collier or Collage. I'm sorry. But Breck. Let's just call him Breck. My fault. No disrespect. Breck is next. That's going to round out the O-line class, which is a very impressive class. Without Breck, I think we'll still be okay on the O-line, but to me, that's just the icing on the cake right there. That's who we waiting for. Breck Collier jumps in the class. We good on the O-line. We good. Calvin Russell, man. Everybody's conceding Calvin Russell. Everybody's saying Calvin Russell to LSU. Calvin Russell to LSU. Calvin don't want to be in Miami. Calvin Russell this, Calvin Russell that. Man, we conceding. When you listen, man. Our head coach, the staff, they're not perfect. They're not perfect by any means. But who we talking about? If you poll every recruit that Miami is recruiting, every one of them, 90% and up are going to say Miami's recruiting me the hardest. Miami recruiting me the hardest. Miami's recruiting me the hardest. It's not going to stop, man. So if Calvin Russell announces that he's going to LSU in July, you think that's stopping anything? What? Come on, man. Yeah, it's not stopping anything, man. So Calvin Russell still on the board. Tristan Keys still on the board. Tristan Keys is in Miami this weekend. OT7, I believe, right? Posted something on his Insta. He in Miami this weekend. Mo, appreciate you, brother. And Mario, we trust. Go Canes. Absolutely, man. Autism. Mo is the man. Late man, but still the man. We already know, man. We already know. Jay Singh, fans concede. Mario, absolutely not, man. Serious? Fans got to let that train go. Yeah, man. Listen, man. Coach Cristobal is not conceding. None of the coaches on the staff. He's not letting anybody concede. Coach KB not conceding neither. You know what I mean? Yeah. Back to Tristan Keys. He's in Miami this weekend for OT7. And I'm going to listen. This is my observation. I think Tristan Keys loves the idea of being in Miami. I really do. He's from a small town, Mississippi, I believe, but he's not a small town personality. He's not a small town young man. Like, he wants the bright lights. He wants the city. The NIL opportunities are endless, and he's an Adidas athlete. So if we look at the Adidas schools and on them, Texas A&M, Tennessee, Miami, right? Come on, man. Like, I think Tristan Keys is a real possibility that I think people are not, because we don't typically win those battles, right? We could point to Jackson Cantwell, got the number one play in the nation, but at receiver, we typically don't win those battles, man. The highest ranked receiver, what was the highest ranked receiver we've had? Shit. I don't know. Vance Spafford recently. I mean, we don't typically JoJo, but Tristan Keys, I think that's a real possibility, man. People need to get prepared for that. People need to get prepared for that to happen. And maybe not in July, maybe not in August, but in December, y'all got to be prepared for that to happen, man. Especially if the seasons go how they're supposed to go. If Miami does what they do, end up in the ACC championship, end up in the playoff, and LSU, has another disappointing season, because their season last year was disappointing. All right. So, who else? J-Rock, man. Jason Lopez. Hey, man. He's a want. He's a need. One of my favorite players in the class. And people saying, we got Vance Spafford, we don't need Jason Lopez. They're not the same player. They don't play the same position. Vance Spafford can play slot. He can play outside. Jason Lopez, I think he could play outside too, but he's definitely the slot. He's definitely a slot. Vance Spafford could play everywhere, man. They're not the same type of player at all. But J-Rock is I think that's a must get. I'm sorry, I think that's a must get, man. You got let's go to the other. Oh, no. Okay, hold up. We got one tight end, but I cannot forget Zachary Turner. Cannot, from Duncanville High School in Texas. Cannot forget Zachary Turner, man. He's a problem. I watched his film for the first time like 2 days ago. I was like, come on, boy. Come on, man. This is crazy. Venom. Came here late and see Joe is Han Solo today. As long as CB isn't on the show, when he is on, come on, don't do that. Don't do that, Venom. Don't do that, man. Nah, don't do that. Don't do that at all, man. Don't talk about my guy, man. CB's my guy, man. It's like our little brother, man. Don't do that. He gives his all out here, man. He loves this U. He loves football. He loves the game, man. One of the best people ever. Don't do that. We all have preferences, but don't do that. Yeah. So what was I saying? Zachary Turner. Yes. Zachary Turner. I hope we find a way to bring him in. Him and Izzy. Listen, we got people to block, man. Jackson Carver's gonna knock your head off. Listen, sleeping on Owen Ruskovich. Big Owen Ruskovich. He gonna knock your head off, man. Brock Shot. Big. He's a pass catcher too, but he's a beast. Yeah, man. We got people to block in that tight end room. Don't worry about that. But them pass catchers, they coming. And those are mismatches, man. A good, solid receiving tight end is a mismatch, man. and an asset for a quarterback. So hopefully Zachary Turner is a Cane when he announces. I think he's announcing soon as well. Somebody mentioned here, Cristoforo. Let's see what you're talking about. Lamar Brown. Ugh, I don't know about that one. But again, that can be a December thing. It definitely will be a December thing because we're not gonna stop recruiting them. Tristan Keys, Derek Cooper, Johnson, JJ Yup. Devin Jackson at safety. Yes. That's I think that's somebody we need to keep our eye on. Devin Jackson, I think he decommitted from Florida, right? Decommitted from Florida. He's a beast. Definitely a one in the class. Breck, Freddie Wilson, B. Stewart. Why am I blanking? Blake Stewart. Yeah, absolutely. Good names. Appreciate you. We just got Tyron Evans. Yes, we did. We discussed it. Henry, what's going on? This year is so important for recruiting. We got a ball on the field. Absolutely. We got a ball on the field. And I think we will. There's no reason for us not to. The only concern I have is interior D-line. That's really the only concern I have. I think the linebackers will be much better. I think the secondary will be much better and play better. Not just be much better, but they will play better. And I think the defense will just play better as a unit. The offense, I think, will be just as explosive. It just may look different, but I think they'll be just as explosive as we were last year. Number one offense, potentially. I don't think people are saying, no, we ain't going to be there. It could happen. It could happen because I think we're going to run the ball more effectively. And I think the play action will be more effective because we're running the ball so effectively this year. So, but yeah. Artsy, as beautiful as Carolinas are, you belong in Miami, Joe. Please. Yeah, man. I'm down there for the games, man. All the time. I love it down there, man. Yeah, so who else is left? Let me see. O-line, Bragg, D-line. Anthony Tank Jones from Alabama. I don't know how that recruitment is going. That's been a quiet one, but he's not committed anywhere, so I'm sure we still on it. We're not stopping with that. Jay Taylor, Damian Lewis, they all recruiting. We're not stopping. Haven't heard any names outside of who we already got at linebacker. I haven't really heard any other names. That kind of concerns me a little bit because I feel like we're going to have to dip in the portal for linebacker a lot, even though the young kid from the young man from North Carolina State, Bonner, is a young dude. So, we got him for a couple years and we still got some young boys in the room. So, we'll see. Let me see. Who on the defense? I think that's really it for me. Jay, what's going on? I think that's really it for me, man, as far as must-gets. Like, for me, Derek Cooper, again, is a must-get. I think one of Tristan Keys, Calvin Russell, man, I think you gotta pull one of those off. And I think we're not out of it like people think we are for both of them. So, I think we're good, man. I think we're good. Like I mentioned, Zachary Turner, that's somebody I want. J-Rock, that's somebody I think we need to have. James Johnson at D-tackle, I think that's somebody, we need to have. Definitely. And that is surprising to me. We're known for developing a ton of receivers and running backs here in Florida, that we don't produce a lot of high-end quarterbacks because the streams down here QB friendly. Yeah. It is kind of an enigma. You know what I mean? But it may be that the majority of the players down there are just athletes. Like, they want to play receiver, man. They want to play receiver. They want to play safety, skill positions. Quarterback is a skill position, but they want to play running back. They want they want to catch passes and score touchdowns and hit, So, but I think that's changing, man. I think, salute to Balin Trujillo, the QB coach down there. We had him on the show. He was instrumental in developing Darion Coleman. Cats like him are working on getting some QBs out of South Florida, man. And says it's the scheme. Oh, yeah, QB friendly schemes. I got you. Winston says it's the coaching. Florida has never been a place that developed QBs. Florida need more QB coaches. Facts. And that guy can definitely hit. That's why I shouted out Balin, because he's one. And yeah, you got tons of receivers coaches, right? Ton of receivers coaches, speed coaches, but not many QB coaches. So I think that's changing, though. I think that's changing. Any update? Nope, that's been quiet, man. That's been quiet. And the last I heard, like, he was Cristobal to Florida State. Ugh. Like, I don't understand what we doing there. I hope that's not true. I hope that's not true. I don't want to see that young man just go there and ugh. You know what I mean? Jay Singh, Joseph Side, it's good to see FSU and UF recruiting with a pulse. It might not end that way, but having them pick up commitment instead of Bama, UGA, OSU makes for better. Yeah. I hear people talking about, what college football is better, or they want to see FSU and UF good because it makes things better. I don't care. I don't want to see it. I'm good. I'm good with the struggle. I'm good with the terrible recruiting. Keep Norvell forever, man. Give that man a lifetime contract. Keep Billy forever, man. Give him a lifetime contract, man. You know what I mean? I don't. Nope. I don't want to see it. Nah. Joe, the comparison I have for Vance, he reminds me of Christian and Ed McCaffrey, not because of the pigment, but the way he plays receiver and runs his routes. I see it a little bit. You know who I was watching, man? I think, in all honesty, he reminds me of Mike Harley. Like, watching Mike Harley, man. Mike Harley wasn't the fastest, but he stretched the field, though. Mike Harley had the ability to stretch the field. He had the ability to separate. They're probably identical size-wise. I think Vance Spafford may be a little bit bigger. Spafford, I'm sorry, maybe a little bit like just stronger looking, or just bigger, thicker, but they both about 5'11", 180-ish. And I think Vance, I think he's a little bit more athletic. I think he catches the ball a little bit better than Harley, but as far as the speed, as far as the ability to separate, as far as the ability to play outside and in the slot, I think he reminds me of Mike Harley, man. Yeah, I'm about to get out of here. Juan, what's up, man? Yo, I've been looking for you, brother. Come on, man. How far are you from Charlotte? I'm in Concord, man. So I'm right outside of Charlotte, right by Concord Mills Mall. If you're familiar with that, about 10 minutes from the mall. Oh, you're in Salisbury. Yeah, you're in the country. You're in the country. Yeah, man. When we make the championship in Charlotte this year, man, listen, we're going to have a party. You got to come on up. We're going to have a party. I've said this multiple times when it comes to Malachi Tony. To me, he's a combination of Santana. Yeah, Mally crazy, man. Mally's crazy. I can't wait to see that. I can't wait to see him, man. Spafford equals Santana McConkey from Georgia. Okay. Cooper, yes, sir. Absolutely. Absolutely, Henry. Derek Cooper. That's the guy, man. All right, man. Before I get out of here, just want to let you guys, see some things, man. We got the Legends line, man. We got the Legends line. Peep the Andre Johnson shirt. Peep the Dre. Yeah. Peep the Dre. We got the Dre and green, all different colors for the Dre. Beautiful. Got the ST. Gotta have the Sean Taylor. And that thing smacks in orange right there. Look at it. Look at it. Gorgeous. Got the Vinny. We did that first because that was in honor of Cam Ward being the first pick. We got the Vinny for you. You know the season's coming up, man. Cop your gear. Get out of here. Cop your gear. And, let's get it, man. Let's link up. Anthony, how close are you to the area, Joe, where the hurricane hit a few? Yeah, that's I don't even know how far. That's like in a kind of in the mountains, Western Carolina, basically. That's probably a couple hours from me. Yeah, a couple hours from me, man. My son plays travel 10U football for free. Oh, dope. That's what's up, man. Do they ever play in Charlotte? I like to check it out, man. Got link. Oh yeah, absolutely, definitely, man. I'll be going down for Notre Dame. When they get back to the ACC championship, I'll definitely be there. So yeah, definitely, man. Okay, absolutely, man. Let me know. You got me on Twitter, X, whatever. Hit me. And yeah, I would definitely like to check that out, man. All right, peoples. Thank you for joining us, man. I appreciate you guys. Shout out to my co-host, Benny, Polk, CB. Salute to all of y'all, man. Appreciate you joining me, taking time out your day to join me, man, on this hump day. Remember, the week is almost over. Remember, we got a short week next week because it's Independence Day on the 4th of July. So, keep going, man. Don't stop. I know it's hard out here. It's hot everywhere, but keep going, man. All right. Salute. It's all about that you.
Thanks for watching. You heard. Thanks for listening. We appreciate y'all. You already know every Wednesday, 6 o'clock. You already know every Sunday. Right on time.